Hey, yo, what's gamer players? It's your boy, Disney Shark Man, back out here on this Madden NFL 21 franchise mode, and we are here with another one of week 11, and we should have ourselves a good one. Two teams that haven't been playing their best season. They're trying to get things together. The Washington football team still has no wins. Still trying to get their first win on the season as they host the Cincinnati Bengals, who still only has that one win that they received, and they haven't won a second game yet. And besides, they're in last in their division, so you already know that they are out of it. They are now out of having a chance to somehow get into the postseason and actually play on the road in the playoffs. So that has now ended for them. Same thing for Washington, because with the 9 losses, you already know that they might not make it. You should know that for sure. But yeah, if you haven't seen the rest of week 11, make sure to go check it out, and make sure to check out the last 10 weeks of action, so you guys won't miss that as well. And also, make sure to check out the Thursday game of week 11, and make sure to check out that Ravens-Titans matchup, because it shows every team that is in the postseason for the NFC and AFC. Because until we get to week 13, we're gonna show the playoff picture then. But yeah, we're set for another 1 o'clock game. So with that being said, let's head up to FedEx Field in Washington. Can Washington finally get a win, or can the Bengals get their second win on the campaign? Well, we're going to find out, because we have a running back battle on our hands. AJ Collins versus RJ Watt.
Today, from FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, it's week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Alex Smith and the Washington football team taking on Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals.
This building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. They love their football in this part of the country, and this crowd is ready to go as their guys will match up with the Cincinnati Bengals.
And you can see the stats for RJ Watt in their last game. He's playing good for this Washington team, but they just can't get W's. So they're gonna have to fix that.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaud. And Charles, we look at this Washington team as they interplay here. They come in with even just a 500 season, an impossibility. 0-9.
And disaster's been striking everywhere for them.
Alright, so the Bengals, they're going to kick it off to Washington to start the ball game, as Washington looks to get their first win on the season. The Bengals trying to end that 5-game losing streak and get their second W on the season. And we're underway from Washington. And this one's going to be returned from the end zone. And they're going to bring them down right at the 25-yard line. So Alex Smith set to lead this Washington offense.
Making a remarkable return to the football field. It is Alex Smith.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
And here's R.J. Watt, who's had a great season so far. He picks up a gain of 5.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a handoff.
And Watt running again.
And down he goes.
And they'll bring him down.
It's a first down on a game.
First down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith.
Smith gets hit as he throws, and he finds Rogers. And they'll bring him down across midfield and inside the 45.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Smith, and this one's incomplete.
Down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Cody Latimer, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Throwing again.
Smith, and he's going to find Watt. And not much there. He picks up a gain of 2. 3rd down.
To number 28.
And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're
Smith
getting.
on 3rd down.
Going up top.
Looking downfield, and that one's incomplete.
Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the
So
football.
Dustin Hopkins on for the field goal.
Maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
And Hopkins,
And I tell you
and
what,
he put it in.
58. That had lots of leg behind it.
Oh, it hit the crossbar and was able to get in. A great field goal that time.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's gotta feel
Washington
great
up
now that he
on
put it through the
top.
pipes.
Fielded near the back of the end zone.
And this one's not going to be returned, so the Bengals, they're set to begin their opening drive. Led by the rookie QB out of LSU, Joe Burrow.
I loved his quote during the week.
And he's had a good season so far for this Bengal team.
Last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger, throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw.
Burrow on the opening play. Possession, he finds Teddy Galloway, his favorite receiver, and he gets a 1st down.
19 yards there on the catch and run.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
And they hand it off to Collins, and Collins with some moves.
And they're well past past
And
midfield,
he'll go
just a
down
yard or
at
two
the
shy of
42-yard line.
Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back to back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Burrow, and he's going to find A.J. Collins on the screen. And they'll bring him down at the 25. First down, Cincinnati.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen.
And Burrow, and he's going to throw this one away. You realize nobody became open.
On this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
And here's Collins. And he'll pick up a gain of 3. Bringing up third down.
Defensively, he had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here's Burrow, and he's going to find A.J. Green. And he's got a Bengals first down.
Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow.
Burrow looking Enzo. Oh, Teddy Galloway. He would have grabbed it, but it's incomplete.
Getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends, who you would think could absorb that contact.
Wow.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
And A.J. Collins, he's going to get in for a Cincinnati touchdown.
A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that, and it wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
On for the point after is Randy Bullock.
So Randy Bullock on for the extra point. He's got it. And it's 7-3. Bengals with the lead now.
Makes it 7-3.
Washington 3. Randy Bullock to kick off for
Randy
Cincinnati.
Bullock to kick this one away.
Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Taking it about
And this one's going to be taken from the 1.
And up to about
And they're going to bring him down right at the 26-yard line.
Washington takes over first and 10 at their
Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about
And here's
that.
R.J. Watt.
Sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
And they'll bring him down at the 35-yard line. A gain of 9. 2nd and 1.
They'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 35 on 2nd down.
And Smith, he's sacked.
He'll be taken
Brett
down.
McDonald,
Pressure.
he picks up the sack.
An 11-yard loss on the play brings up 3rd down.
I don't think Alex Smith could have found anybody open there. Even though if he would have thrown it, it might have would have been knocked away. But that's the end of the first quarter. 7-3 Bengals.
Washington 3.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. From the gun, here's Smith.
Smith, and over the middle is Terry McLaurin. First down, Washington. A gain of 18.
His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
On 1st and 10, Smith.
Smith again. And this time it's knocked away.
Terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Coverage there by Von Bell. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
And that's a nice job there because you got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep
Here's
you away
Watt.
from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock down
And
one
they'll
away.
bring him down right at the 47-yard
That's
line.
the 45 to the 47. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Out of the gun, Smith.
And Smith, he sacked Brett McDonald, his second sack on the season. But that's his 20th sack on the season.
Play just came from the outside.
Here's the Pro Bowl punter Tress Way on to punt for Washington. As he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the
And
loss.
Devon Gibson, he's not going to return this one, but they're going to spot this one at the 2-yard
This is going
line.
to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Now a handoff here.
Collins.
And
he'll go down at the 18-yard line. First down, Cincinnati.
16 yards to start the drive. First down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
Right back to him.
And then they're going to hand it to Collins.
There was a lane there. It closed up
But
quickly
luckily
as
the
he stopped
Washington
for no
defense was
gain.
able to get to
Second
him.
down.
But one thing we certainly know, Alabama churns out first-round picks, and there's another nice play there by one of them, Jonathan Allen, the big defensive tackle.
On second down, here's Burrow.
Burrow, and that's intercepted.
It's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands.
And here's
quickly,
Watt.
and that means your receivers have to understand.
They're going
they
to bring
have
him
bring up
down
their routes
right at the
quickly as well.
35.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low.
And Smith, he sacked
He's taken
Brett
down.
McDonald, his 3rd sack now in the ball game.
Back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the
And
NFL.
Smith, he sacked again.
And he goes
Brett
down.
McDonald again. They just can't keep him contained.
As people like to say, when you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Gibson, he's not going to return this one, and they're going to spot this one at the 6-yard line.
They'll spot it at the 6.
Going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt.
And they're going to hand it to Collins.
Had a bit of a lane there, took
And he'll
advantage
go
of
down
it. Give him
right at the 12-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But
And Burrow, he's going to find Collins. Getting it to the 23.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
And they're going to hand it to Collins.
And a short gain there as he'll
And
get
they'll
out
bring him
early
down
at
at the 24.
The tackle made at the 20.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Eluding the
Burrow, and he's going to throw it away.
Incomplete here.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
They'll live to fight another down, right?
Burrow. And open is A.J. Collins left side. And Collins with some room.
And he'll have it past
And he'll go down at the 41-yard line.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
A huge play there.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow.
And Burrow again. This time he finds Galloway.
We'll have a first down as they're into field goal range now at the 30. 11 more on that one and another first down.
And now the Bengals are in field goal range, which what they really needed. So now they're gonna let this one go to the last few seconds.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left
Randy Bullock. And he puts this one in. And the Bengals take a 7-point lead at halftime.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. The NFL season going to be about 2/3 complete after this weekend, so lots to get to as we check out what's going on here in Week 11.
Up next, we're going to be in the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. The New Orleans Saints, looking to bounce back after losing, they host the Atlanta Falcons. Then the 4 o'clock schedule begins. In Denver, an AFC West division matchup between the LA Chargers and the Denver Broncos.
Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
And in this first half, it's been okay. Just
Coach,
a touchdown game.
A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second
So
half.
Tress Way, he set to kick this one off.
Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. To return it, Darius Phillips.
And he'll go down at the 33-yard line.
Up to the 33.
Bengals take over 1st and 10. at their own 30.
So here are the Bengals set to take over. They've dropped 5 straight coming in, so right now cherishing this lead. And they've got the football as well, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's
Burrow, and he's gonna find Teddy Galloway, but he couldn't keep his feet in.
2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
I think you have to chalk that one up for the defense there. Someone right on the spot. Excellent
And
coverage.
Collins,
Didn't leave him enough room to come
they're
down.
gonna bring him down at the 34-yard
They
line.
do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback. And
Burrow, and open is A.J.
Now
Collins,
they set up the screen. That's complete.
and they'll bring him down at the 46-yard line. 1st down, Cincinnati.
12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well
Burrow,
there for a
and he's
first
gonna
down.
find Teddy Galloway, who just stiff arms a defender, and he's got a 1st down for Cincinnati.
Good for 24 yards.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
And here's Collins, and he goes backwards on this one.
As they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Burrow, and he finds Galloway.
4 yards on the completion, and it
A gain
sets
of
up a
4, 3rd
They're
down.
unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Burrow, and he's sacked.
Taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Thomas Davis drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to
So
develop.
here's Randy Bullock for the field goal, and he puts it in to extend the lead to 10 points. It's
And even though people think that
13-3.
the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those
And this
points
one's
go
not
on
going to be
the board. Gives them a
returned,
little bit of
as this
leeway
one's going to be a
play when they're out on
touchback.
the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now
And
they
here's
get to go out there
Alex
and do their
Smith
part.
and the
Time to
Washington
spotlight
offense.
The quarterback, Alex Smith, and he has not really been able to have a lot of comfort back there in the pocket. Pressure's been coming at him a lot, hasn't it?
And they've got to figure out how to tamp down that pressure. How do they decrease it? Is it getting rid of the football quicker? You know, shorter drops? Maybe they do something different with their pass blocking and their protection schemes. Maybe you meet them on the line of scrimmage instead of retreating to try and protect your quarterback. They've got to figure something out, though, because
And here's Watt, and he's going to go backwards on this run. A loss of 1 that time.
Those 4 sacks that they've seen so far. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Smith downfield, and that's intercepted by Devon Gibson.
Picked off at the 49, and they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
And they're going to hand it to Collins.
He's got it across the midfield stripe.
And he'll go down across midfield at the
Give
49.
him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And here's the toss. And this one goes backwards, losing yardage right at midfield.
A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried.
Burrow, and open is Teddy Galloway.
Man with a crossing route.
And down he goes at the 22.
Down just shy of the 20. That gain on third down, good for 28.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
Now a handoff here to
Collins.
And he'll take it down here just shy.
And they'll bring him down
at
at the 16.
They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each
Burrow,
and every time.
and over the middle, he finds his receiver.
And the Bengals are going to be set up.
And they're going to bring him down with a first and goal.
Down at the 6-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try
And here's A.J. Collins.
And that'll get him halfway there as he
They'll
takes
bring
it
him
from the
down
6
at
to
the
20.
3-yard line.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hand
Burrow.
it to the football and keep the
Oh, and
contact.
Collins catches it. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
Burrow was trying to go to Teddy Galloway, but A.J. Collins saves the day.
It seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good
Burrow
point,
wasn't
because you
even
gotta
throwing it to
communicate,
Collins.
and oftentimes when you start counting
The ball
receivers,
got tipped out of
that's
Galloway's
exactly what you do.
hands,
Start from the
and
widest receiver,
A.J.
work your
Collins
way
was able to
inside.
make the
Who
reception.
gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield.
Wow.
That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Bullock good on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up past
They're gonna bring him down right at the 22. So Washington by 17 points. Well, not 17.
It's now
Well, actually 17.
streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive.
Smith. Oh. Now that would have been the second interception if they would have caught it.
Someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Smith, and he's gonna find R.J. Watt,
Taken in by his running back.
and they'll bring him down across midfield at the 47.
Midfield. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Smith.
And Smith, oh, that's intercepted.
Intercepted. Picked up by Sean Williams.
Sean Williams picks it.
Just shy of midfield to the 49. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
And here's A.J. Collins.
And this will be stopped at
They're going to bring him down at the 44.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them.
And they're going to hand it to Collins. And he didn't get to the first down quite yet. But it's third down.
Not so good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play.
And they're going to hand it to Collins, and he's got the first.
The first down at about the 38. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion.
Collins.
And that is going to be a story they'll talk about.
And they're going to bring him down right at 38.
Extra yard here to the 38.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
They're going to hand it to Collins again.
On the ground. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
And they're going to bring him down right at the 32.
He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
From the gun on third down is Burrow.
Burrow, and open is Teddy Galloway. And he's got the first down.
He's going to have a Bengals first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
Bengals first down.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get your reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
And they're going to hand it to Collins.
This will be stopped about 2
and
yards.
he'll go down at the 19. A gain of 8.
Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips. They're bent over, hands on
and
their
they're going to hand it to Collins, and he goes backwards on this one.
We've got him now.
2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. They're passing here. Joe
Burrow, and it's intercepted. And it's the rookie Chase Young who picks it.
To the 24-yard line. What did you see on that one? Rookie mistake or just good defense?
It was a combo plate, but the rookie quarterback, he'll take it all on his shoulders, and the frustration level is evident. You can see it with him. You know, if that's a veteran
Smith, and this one's going to be incomplete.
Like touchdown pass because he doesn't want to show that to the defense. The young guys, they take it more to heart. It's on their sleeve a little bit. He'll learn as he goes along how to hide his emotions.
Back to the air. Smith on 2nd down.
Smith, and open is Richard Rodgers.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. On 1st down, it's Smith.
Smith, complete to R.J. Watt.
Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Again, Smith.
Smith, and this one's incomplete.
Incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the postgame, team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And Smith, he's going to find R.J. Watt.
It's his running back with it. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of covers 29 yards, first down. From the red zone now, Smith.
And Smith is sacked.
He's sacked back around the 28. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Smith, and that was going to be intercepted.
A third time. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that is going to do it. Victory formation for the Cincinnati Bengals.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and it is starting to appear, thankfully for them, that this is the week they're going to put it all together and end that long losing streak. They're not home yet.
So the Bengals, they're going to win this game 20-3, and they're going to get their second win on the season.
In the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you can win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time, and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that, and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great
Washington has lost again.
So for Cincinnati, it's a second win on the year now as they move to 2-8. And they'll return home next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Washington, what else is new? They fall again. That's now 10 straight losses to start the year. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
That's just the least that I could expect out of a team all season. So the Bengals go into Washington and get a 20-3 win against the Washington football team, who falls for the 10th time now on the season. So here are the stats. Joe Burrow, 196 yards. He threw a touchdown pass, but he threw 2 interceptions, which is not going to cost him anything, but his team got the win. And Alex Smith threw for 125 yards, but he threw 3 interceptions. And I don't think that's a good performance with the interceptions, at least. Here's the running game. A.J. Collins, 21 carries, 85 yards, and he got a touchdown run. And R.J. Watt, 6 carries for only 28 yards. Receiving, Teddy Galloway, 6 catches, 91 yards. Now, Burrow was trying to give it to Galloway. He was trying to get himself a touchdown pass in this game, but instead he didn't. But the person that got the touchdown pass was A.J. Collins, because he had 5 catches for 79 yards, and he got a touchdown. R.J. Watt, 4 catches for 72 yards. Richard Rodgers, 2 catches, 35 yards. Terry McLaurin, a catch for 18. A.J. Green, a catch for 16. And C.J. Uzuma, the tight end for Cincinnati, he caught one pass for 10 yards. So for Cincinnati, they finally end that 5-game losing streak with a win. They're gonna move to 2-8, which is still not a good start, but at least they get their second win on the season. And in week 12, they'll head home to face off with the New York Football Giants. Meanwhile for Washington, I mean, what else they could do now? Because that's the 10th time they have lost a game, and in week 12, they are for sure in trouble mode, as they will head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys in their next game. Man, it's not looking good for Washington. 0-10 on the season. And I'm not really sure who are the only teams that are winless so far this season, because we're gonna have to check at the end of this week, because I'm pretty sure it's getting to a few teams that is starting to become winless at this point. But if you enjoyed this game, remember to smash that like button. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And next game, the last 1 o'clock game, we're gonna see how that Falcon defense trends as they are in New Orleans to take on the New Orleans Saints, as the Saints looking to get back in the win column. And also, Falcons are still on that winning streak. Will they keep it going? We're gonna find out. Falcons, Saints, the last 1 o'clock game is next.